Wednesday of the first week in Lent, Wednesday the 9th of March 2022. First reading. Reading from the book of Jonah. The word of the Lord was addressed to Jonah. Up, he said, go to Nineveh, the great city, and preach to them as I told you to. Jonah set out and went to Nineveh in obedience to the word of the Lord. Now Nineveh was a city great beyond compare. It took 3 days to cross it. Jonah went on into the city, making a day's journey. He preached in these words, only 40 days more, and Nineveh is going to be destroyed. And the people of Nineveh believed in God. They proclaimed a fast, and put on sackcloth, from the greatest to the least. The news reached the king of Nineveh, who rose from his throne, took off his robe, put on a sackcloth, and sat down in ashes. A proclamation was then promulgated throughout Nineveh, by decree of the king and his ministers as follows. Men and beasts, herds and flocks, are to taste nothing. They must not eat, they must not drink water. All are to put on sackcloth, and call on God with all their might, and let everyone renounce his evil behaviour, and the wicked things he has done. Who knows if God will not change his mind, and relent, if he will not renounce his burning wrath, so that we do not perish. God saw their efforts to renounce their evil behaviour, and God relented. He did not inflict on them and the disaster he had threatened. Responsorial Psalm. A humbled, contrite heart, O God, you will not spurn. Have mercy on me, God, in your kindness. In your compassion blot out my offence. O wash me more and more from my guilt, and cleanse me from my sin. A humbled, contrite heart, O God, you will not spurn. A pure heart create for me, O God. Put on a steadfast spirit within me. Do not cast me away from your presence, nor deprive me of your Holy Spirit. A humbled, contrite heart, O God, you will not spurn. For in sacrifice you take no delight. A burnt offering from me you would refuse. My sacrifice a contrite spirit. A humble, contrite heart you will not spurn. A humble, contrite heart, O God, you will not spurn. Gospel acclamation. Glory and praise to you, O Christ. I take pleasure not in the death of a wicked man. It is the Lord who speaks, but in the turning back of a wicked man, who changes his ways to win life. Glory and praise to you, O Christ. Gospel. Reading from the book of Luke. The crowds got even bigger, and Jesus addressed them. This is a wicked generation. It is asking for a sign. The only sign it will be given is the sign of Jonah. For just as Jonah became a sign to the Ninevites, so will the Son of Man be to this generation. On Judgment Day, the Queen of the South will rise up with the men of this generation, and condemn them, because she came from the ends of the earth to hear the wisdom of Solomon, and there is something greater than Solomon here. On Judgment Day, the men of Nineveh will stand up with this generation and condemn it, because when Jonah preached, they repented, and there is something greater than Jonah here. Gospel of the Lord.